I was born in Budapest, 1936. My father went to war in 1941, the 21st of March. I know this because my sister was born on that day. And the worst memory was when two Hungarian soldiers was caught by, I think, by the Germans, and they made them dig a big hole, and they had to lie in there, and they shot them. Well, I went to a swimming pool which called Gellért, and was just swimming there and getting some sunshine, and he was there too. We started talking, and then we decided we meet again, and that's how it started. We were dating maybe 10 months. How he proposed. All I remember that for the wedding, everybody was hiding some alcohol. He was making all the drinks because he was an industrial chemist. It was the 29th of April, 1956. And it was just well, quite a big wedding in the church because the church was full. It was a big church, Presbyterian church. But after that it was only at home with my sister, brother, auntie. My father actually, and his wife, and my husband's mother. When the shooting started, it was again like in the war. People moved on in the cellar, and I remember I was up with my husband, and I was keep asking him, is it coming from here or going from here, the shooting? And it was quite a lot of damage. We were close to the shooting lots of times. You know, when you are young, it's not so scary. That's why soldiers can go and fight in the war, because you don't think anything can happen to you. after the Russians came in and it was no hope that we're going to win and it wouldn't be a free country, we decided we try to escape. I think about 200,000 people actually left the country that time. We went by bike, first with my mother, and she punctured the bike's tire. So second time we fixed it and we didn't tell her. And we rode a long way. I wasn't very fit to ride the bike. I was really, when I thought my husband told me that it's 5 kilometers the next day on, and it had a sign 15. I was crying. And it was cold. We actually never took anything from Budapest, only a briefcase, toothbrush, toothpaste, and a bottle of vodka. Just in case some Russians catch us, we can give them the vodka and they let us go. And we went on the train from Székesfehérvár, I think, to Veszprém, and from there Szombathely, I think. And then later we had to wait for another train nearly all night, and we met a guy who worked for the trams. And he said he lives near the border and we can go and have a rest because we were really tired sitting up all night there, and we can sleep in his place. And the next night, probably around 11 o'clock, we went on the way to the border with 10 other people, and he just went near the border and he showed us which way to go. We had to cross a creek, which my husband carried me on his shoulder, and he told us to be very careful because if we don't go straight, the border was not straight there. If we go left, we go back to Hungary. If we go right, we go back to Hungary. It was very frightening, actually. It was a highway and they had searchlights, yes. So you had to wait till the searchlight went and then rush over to the other side and lie down again. And, well, lots of people got caught. Luckily we didn't. We crossed that night and we find a village, and they had food for us there and they were already waiting. And we wanted to go to the States because I had relatives there. He already had an industrial chemist job there, but they didn't have any opening to go to the States. And then they said that we can go to Australia. We didn't know anything about Australia. We actually thought Australia was neutral. And we tossed a coin and Australia came out, and here we are, 50 years later. Yes, and never regret it. I love Australia. I wouldn't go back to Hungary either. This is definitely home.